What if I told you the goddess of love was born from an act of cosmic violence? That her temples dripped not with rosewater, but with the blood of broken vows. You know her as Aphrodite, patron of romance, beauty, and desire. But what if I told you her true name was whispered in fear? That ancient cults revered her as Melena, the Black One. This is not the myth you've been sold. This is the story of a deity who governed love's light, and its darkest shadows. And once you learn the truth, you'll regret ever seeing love as innocent. 1. The birth of terror, Aphrodite's violent origins. Let us begin where the Greeks feared to tread. Aphrodite's birth is no tender tale of seafoam and grace. Hesiod's Theogony reveals the horror. She emerged from the castrated genitals of Uranus, hurled into the ocean by his son Cronus. This was no gentle birth, it was an act of rebellion, a primordial scream. The foam that birthed her. Not the froth of a calm tide, but the froth of a father's mutilation. From violence, she arose. And violence clung to her. But the Greeks were not the first to worship her. Long before Athens or Sparta, she was Ishtar in Babylon, Inanna in Sumer, goddesses who ruled love and war, fertility and plague. When her cult migrated to Greece, the patriarchal lens softened her edges. They painted her as a blushing bride, a flirtatious seductress. But beneath the marble and myths, her true nature simmered. The Spartans knew her as Melena, a title that hints at chthonic power, a goddess of the underworld. Why black? Because she ruled the fertile darkness of tombs, the soil where seeds rot before rebirth. She was life, death, and the razor's edge between. 2. The killer of men, Aphrodite's darker epithets. Aphrodite's darker epithets are etched in stone, if you dare to read them. Androphanos, killer of men. Epitymbria, she of the tombs. These are not the titles of a gentle goddess. Consider Hippolytus, the chaste devotee of Artemis who scorned love. Aphrodite punished him by driving his stepmother to madness, leading to his gruesome death, torn apart by his own horses. The myth warns, reject love, and she will destroy you. Then there's Adonis, the beautiful mortal she loved. His story is no romance, it's a cycle of blood and rebirth. Each year, women wailed over his corpse, symbolizing the rot of winter and the rebirth of spring. But here's what they don't teach you. In Cyprus, his cult involved orgies, animal sacrifices, and a macabre garden of Adonis, pots of quick-growing herbs left to wither, mimicking his death. Love, for Aphrodite, was a knife. It cut, it bled, it resurrected. 3. Cults of the Black One, rituals that history erased. Archaeology betrays the sanitized myths. In Sparta, her temple stood not in the city, but in the necropolis, the city of the dead. Prostitutes and mourners alike worshipped there, their rituals blending sex and death. Terracotta figurines show her clutching serpents, symbols of rebirth, and poison. Then there's the burning Aphrodite of Cyprus. Once a year, her statue was set ablaze, the flames consuming the sins of the community. But this wasn't purification, it was a sacrifice. The smoke carried their guilt to the underworld, a transaction sealed in ash. Even her blessings were curses. Sailors prayed to her for safe voyages, but her favor often lured them to shipwrecks, their drowned bodies washing ashore as offerings. Love was never safe. It was a storm. 4. The paradox of love, why we misunderstood her. Aphrodite's duality mirrors our own. We romanticize love as soft, kind, tame, but she knew better. Love is chaos. It topples empires, drives mortals to madness, and lingers in graveyards. The Greeks tried to whitewash her, but her cults remembered. She was the first to teach that love is not just a feeling, it's a force. A force that creates and annihilates. So why does this matter? Because we've been lied to. We've been told love is gentle, that it heals, that it's safe. But Aphrodite, Milena, whispers the truth. Love is wild, dangerous, and ambivalent. It is the rose and the thorn. The kiss and the knife. The light, and the void. You'll regret knowing this because innocence is bliss. But ignorance is a cage. The black one doesn't offer comfort, she offers freedom. To love without fear, you must first stare into her darkness and recognize it as your own. The next time you think of love, remember, it was born from violence, baptized in blood, and worshipped in tombs. Aphrodite's legacy is a mirror. What does it show you? Share this video with those brave enough to look. And if you crave more forbidden history, stories that challenge, unsettle, and transform, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. The gods are waiting. And they are not what you think. You've been warned.